Hello. So, what is the next topic today? It's distinction between debentures and shares. In yesterday's class, we discussed what was debenture. Like, it is a way through which the company is trying to borrow the money, and another will be again, it's a way to fund the company, which is the issue of shares. Today's topic is distinction between the debentures and shares of a company. The first line of difference here would be debenture is a kind of loan. So debenture constitutes a loan, whereas share is part of capital of the company. Next is debenture holders are called creditors. We call them creditors who have given money to the company. Shareholders in turn will be the members, or they are the owners of the company. The third point of discussion will be debenture holder gets fixed interest which carries a priority over dividend. So in case I have to pay interest to the debenture holders, I will have to pay them in priority. So suppose if I have very limited money with me, I will have to first pay out my debenture holders, and then only I can go ahead and declare dividends for my company. Shareholders gets dividends with a varying rate. So there is no fixed rate of dividend at which the shareholders will be given dividend. It will depend upon the profits of the company and also on the decision of the management, whether they want to distribute all the profits of the company or they would like to retain certain parts of the profit to be utilized for the other usage in like other projects of the company. The fourth line of distinction would be debentures generally have a charge on the assets of the company. So since it's a borrowing, it creates a charge on the assets of the company. Whereas shares ke case mein, we never hear of any kind of charge. In fact, shares can be given as a security to get certain loans. So definitely please do not mention this in the distinction between debentures and shares, but it is a very big point of difference. Shares do not carry any such charge. Then debentures can be issued at a discount without restriction. So if we go back to the provisions of issue of shares and issue of debentures, issue of debentures at a discount is possible. Issue of shares at a discount is not allowed by Companies Act 2013. The next point of distinction can be the rate of interest is fixed in case of debentures. So it will be fixed at what rate you will get the returns back. Whereas dividend ke case mein, the rate is not fixed. As I said earlier, it depends upon the company's management, how much percentage of dividend it wants to give for a particular year. Interest on debentures is payable even if there are no profits, even out of capital. So it is because it's a borrowing, I have to pay a certain amount of money every year to the debenture holders. But that's not the case with shareholders. क्योंकि शेयर होल्डर तो ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी है, तो ओनर को तो बाद में दे सकते हैं, लेकिन डिबेंचर होल्डर्स आर समवन हु आर अवर क्रेडिटर्स एंड हेंस वी नीड टू पे certain amount of money every year to them. Interest paid, next point is interest paid on debenture is a business expenditure and allowable deduction from profits. So it is allowed as a deduction in the profits in your balance sheets, whereas dividend is definitely not allowed as a deduction as business expenditure. Okay. And the last point of discussion and distinction, and which is very important, is debenture holders do not have any voting rights, whereas our shareholders do have voting rights. So in case we are the shareholders, we have a right to vote in the resolutions of the company, whereas the same right is not given to the debenture holders. Please let me know if you have any questions on this, then we can discuss those questions. Or else we can get ahead with the role of debenture trustee, which is the next topic for discussion.